Hi, I'm Dr. Yoni Freedhoff. I'm an Associate Professor of Family Medicine at the University of Ottawa and the Medical Director of the Bariatric Medical Institute and a long-time past critic of Canada's Food Guide. But I have to say, with this new food guide that's been launched today, I have nothing left to criticize. This is a big change from past guides, which in turn I think catered more to industry than to health. Gone are the days of chocolate milk and juice being healthy beverages. Gone are the days of dairy getting its own unwarranted category. And gone is this nutrient-focused approach to nutrition in Canada. And in its place is an evidence-based representation of dietary patterns and the benefits they may provide to people who follow them in terms of the treatment and prevention of chronic diseases. So dairy never deserved its own category. Dairy is a food that contains protein and also provides calcium. There are many foods where you can obtain both protein and calcium that aren't dairy. The food guide doesn't discourage the consumption of dairy aside from the consumption of sugar-sweetened dairy, so things like chocolate milk. So if you enjoy dairy and want to use it as a protein source, this food guide would not tell you to go otherwise. However, removing it as its own category is consistent again with the idea that dairy is not so special that it requires its own food group. So the thinking on meat has changed because we know that, well, two things. One, that there are issues around environmental sustainability that are associated with meat, and there's concerns that diets that are rich in meat may have impacts on the environment that are different from plant-based protein-sourced eating. The other issue is in regard to saturated fat in processed foods, especially processed meats. Processed meats have been shown to have an association with colon cancer. And in terms of saturated fats, although this food guide no longer is fat phobic, it is not telling Canadians to worry about the total fat content of their diet. This food guide is rightly telling Canadians that if you can switch from saturated fats, so the animal fats, to unsaturated fats, the plant oils and fish oils, that there are health benefits. And that is a consensus belief around fat that is shared, including among those advocates of low-carb, high-fat diets. Brazilian food guide has been cheered as one of the most progressive in the world. Certainly this food guide would sit alongside it. Whether one is better than the other is up to people who argue about nitty-gritty details. All told though, this is a food guide Canadians can be proud of, just as Brazilians can be proud of theirs. If you want to have a peek at the food guide yourself, it's food-guide.canada.ca and you can have a peek at it. Explore it. There's many documents there, and the hope is that over time, unlike past food guides, this one will be more live, meaning that as changes occur in our understanding of nutrition, the food guide will reflect those changes more quickly, more web pages will be added, more resources will be added. This is a good day for food in Canada.